All right, MsTaken. I need you to put your right hand up and your left hand on your word, wherever you decided your word is. Hold it just like that. Do you solemnly agree that we have your permission to post this across all of our social media platforms?
I do.
Is there anything, and I do mean anything, that's off limits you don't want us to ask you about?
No.
If we do ask you something that's off limits, do you understand you can say no, pass, or let's move on?
Absolutely got the right to not answer.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
All right, well, let's get it.
Let's do it. MsTaken The Face.
Literally is no pressure. I'm your host, Bangembugg.
It's your girl just came for real.
MsTaken The Face, AYBE First Lady.
Yay.
Let's do it.
Okay, so I guess tell everybody where you're originally from.
Born in Detroit, raised in Indianapolis, Indiana, currently residing in Atlanta, GA.
Come on. How long you been in
Atlanta,
Georgia?
GA. Rashida Poison.
How long you been here?
I've been here since 2018, back and forth. Officially for about 2 years.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome back.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm here. Ain't going nowhere.
Amen.
Yeah, I see you got a ring. You married?
No, I'm not. I've had a few engagements, and I just really wear it because I think it's sexy.
Mm-hmm.
I don't belong to nobody but myself.
That's what's up.
I ain't got no dude.
And no nigga ain't got me. Hey, don't start that, Leo. Yeah, she understands me.
I celebrate being
Period.
single.
Yeah. Well, I'm celebrating not being attached to the wrong things for the wrong reasons.
That part.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, as a woman who don't want to be loved and protected the right way, but I'm not going to waste my time or hold myself to nothing that I don't like. Life is too short to be unhappy.
Absolutely.
I don't believe in that just because you're married, stay there. And I know if you're not happy, man, get gone.
Get down.
You
I'm
know.
saying it might be a
That's
couple
it.
years where it's not good. You get what I'm saying?
It could be years not good being single. It could be years not good being married. You just got to pick and choose what you want to put your energy into. The grass is greener wherever you water it.
Amen.
Type shit. Put that, yeah. You ain't like the grass green on the other side. The grass is greener wherever you water, wherever you put your energy into, it can work.
Yes, it
You
is.
know.
So, I mean, what does a guy got to do to keep you then since you
Be consistent. Be honest. You know, I'm self-made, so I take pride in being okay. You know, huh?
The flip.
Oh, I can't have that on. Is it gonna wear you out?
It's going to sound.
Oh, okay, let's turn it off.
Sorry, you just
then.
cap cut, man.
Okay.
We got lucky the guy didn't turn the air on because you hear that in most of my interviews.
Oh, okay, got you. So, okay, run a question back in.
Damn, what did I
What
say?
was we talking about? What does a guy have to do to keep me?
Yeah.
Oh, well, yeah, I'm self-kept. I'm not hard to keep up with. I just like consistency, persistence, be honest, be loyal, be true, like be comfortable in who you are. You know what I mean? I'm not looking to be bought. You know what I'm saying? So, because I take care of myself, I bring a table to the table.
Mm-hmm.
If you got something, I got something. If you ain't got it, I might have it.
Mm-hmm.
I match energy. So,
Amen. Come on.
simple as that, you know. But the world today has become so socially awkward that everybody feel like they got options. I come from days when you meet people at the gas station, you exchange numbers via paper. You stuck with this fool, he kind of stuck with you. But these days, everybody got choices. You got 1,000 dating sites and all of that, and it's too much. I just turned 42 years old. Leo gang, happy birthday to me.
Happy
So I'm
birthday
not
to
going to waste my time, you know, getting to know 1,000 people on this internet and change and passing my number out, and then they want what I'm not giving or whatever, you know. So dating is hard these days, period. So I'm just content with not looking. If it happens, it happens.
That's how
You
it
know,
happens.
I have an exclusive person that I slap bacon with when I want to slap bacon, but I'm not looking for love until it happens. I'm not missing nothing either. So
Yes.
I feel like I said too much.
No, you was on point.
So what a guy got to do to slap bacon with you then?
You know what? Well, yeah, that question is, you know, again, I go off of energy. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I got a vibe with somebody and we like, people who make plans to slap bacon, I think that's weird.
It
Like,
is weird.
hey man, so you gonna let me taste that when I get there? Or some weird shit like that. Like, nah, man, you great, go ahead home. You know.
Right.
But if we sitting there and we vibing and we chilling, we're adults and we make an adult decision, then you know, let's go. But if midway through I feel like I'm not gonna enjoy it, I'll sabotage it. You're not gonna finish if I'm not,
I know
and
that's
then I'll
right.
never see you again. And then the process, but that's what makes it. That's what's sucky too, because you got to go through
The process.
until you find.
Too many
How do you sabotage?
Well, not too many digs, because I try not to go through a lot of them. As I said, I have my person that I exclusively slap bacon with, so I ain't, had to go through too many.
How do you sabotage slapping bacon?
Girl, become uninterested. Stop moaning. I would start grabbing my phone or playing like. I mean, if you're not enjoying yourself, do you really want them to finish?
No.
Can you fake it so that they can finish if you're not having fun?
I could.
I can't though.
I
I just refuse not to, because what am I getting out of it?
So you like, this is lame.
Oh Lord, when is it? You know what?
That is so crazy.
Man, I'll reach for the sky, anything to, cause I don't. Yeah, get off me.
You do all that, you doing it like you watching TV, like it don't feel good to where.
If it's not, but mostly I won't get into a situation. You can tell within 5 minutes or so if somebody got your energy or not.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't don't even matter like the size of whatever they got. If you got a good energy with this person, you can enjoy them.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So if I find myself in a tight spot where the pennies had already came off and I'm not enjoying myself, I got the right to abort this mission. I'm not going to keep on going through with it, and I know I'm not going to enjoy it.
Mm-hmm. Agreed.
And I don't got to let you keep pumping and sweating on me.
Yes. That's
So yeah, we're going to try to figure out a way out of here immediately. Because now it's gone too long.
Yes. I was just intrigued.
So that'd be hard to claim rape. Like if a guy.
Ain't nobody gonna never claim that. No, who would say that? No,
I'm saying if a guy refused to stop, when you be like.
No, most times I'm real cool where a guy's going to stop. He's gonna be so bored and sick of me. He ain't gonna want to finish humping on me and I'm laying there messing with my phone or huffing and puffing. Mm-hmm. You can tell people get up. And if you keep going, he's a weirdo. And at that point, just finish and get on off me. Like, I'm not gonna push it. It's not gonna get physical. Like, I've literally talked the guy out of raping me just laying there. Like, oh my God, I can't believe you doing this, dude. You way too cool for this. Oh, wow. He jumped up off me and went on about his way. And that's a true story. Mm. But, like, I'm not gonna get it to the point where he's gonna be angry, because at the same time I'm still a woman. I don't want to get punched in the face, because some guys can be mad if you've given them the impression that they getting something and they not. Mm-hmm. And at the end of the day, if I did give you the impression that we did start and I don't want to finish, I have the right not to. But I know how to handle people where it's not going to get angry or physical. I don't want to get beat up.
Right.
You know. I think I'm doing pretty well with your questions, because you're trying to tear my neck off.
Being real,
rape.
That's that Midwest over there.
Yeah, who him?
You.
Me, absolutely.
No, for real.
Midwest all day.
I love y'all down.
Missouri count as Midwest?
The who?
Missouri.
St. Louis? Yeah, I believe so.
Okay. I stayed there for a few years.
I believe so. Yeah.
Okay. Did you grow up with both of your parents?
I grew up with two parents. I was separated from my father when we moved to Indianapolis from Detroit at about 7. I had a very consistent, great father, and I ended up being able to reunite with him maybe about 7-8 years ago. So, which ended up what brought me to Georgia, because his sister, my auntie, lives here. So yeah, that's a telltale. So yeah, I was fortunate enough to grow up with my mom and my stepfather, who's been around since I was a baby, and then also be able to reunite with my biological father. So.
Your mom separated you from your dad?
Yeah, she left Detroit, which I'm not mad that she did. I just wish she would have did it better, you know, where I still had communication with my family. Yeah. But if you know anything about Detroit, it was pretty rough. So I'm not upset that she got us up out of there, you know what I mean? Because I believe that, you know, I was able to grow up with, you know,
better means.
Yeah. So I'm not upset about that. It's sometimes to get better, like, you know, in life, you have to take some losses, and I will never question the choices that she made. But you know, life be life, and I don't know what she was going through in 1989. You know what I'm saying? So
you got kids?
I have. Well, they're adults now. Shout out to Jeremiah, Jemiah, and Lovely, 18, 20, and 22. Yeah, I did my thing. Both of my girls are high school graduated. They both have driver's license. And my son, he got 1 more year. He called me last week, wanted to be last month wanted to be a Muslim, and just a very smart, brilliant young man. Shout out to him. Because how many 18-year-olds are, you know what I'm saying, not joining gangs and running and fighting. And so, yeah, I did my thing. Their father passed away in December 20th, 2008. So 16 years I raised him by myself. No dating, no weird dudes in and out. Like, I sacrificed a lot. Like, I probably would sneak people in while they was at sleep or at school. One guy got stuck in my room for like 2 hours. You're not walking out my room while I'm out there. Yeah. So I sacrificed, you know, raising them without having weird
Encounters.
and try my best to protect them. And it could have played against me because they missed a lot of daddy-daughter dances. What if I could have found them a good stepfather or something? But what if I found the wrong people? So yeah, I raised the heck out of them, and I'm very, very proud of that. And I know that their father is too. Shout out to Jeremiah.
Okay, what would you say on the most traumatic experience you had before 18?
Say that again.
The most traumatic experience you had before 18?
That I've had before the age of 18?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay. My life has been a traumatic experience. My life in the sunshine. Yes. Don't forget to play me that song.
I'm
You
not
got
gonna
to.
forget. Yes, keep rolling.
Most traumatic experience before the age of 18 was probably watching my moms go through a lot of domestic shit, which is what ran us to Indianapolis from Detroit. And shout out to my stepfather. He turned it all the way around, but my stepfather drug us through the mud a lot in Detroit. Like my mom's was a prearranged marriage. They actually still did that, where my two grandmothers kind of made them get married. And you know, we went when I was, I think, 4 to stay with my grandmother for a few years while she got to know my stepfather. And we just kind of ended up with my mom and this guy and this new baby. They had already had like a little, I already had a little brother and everything. And man, he was wilding. I'm talking about the heroin parties in the basement. I'm talking about strangers in and out. I'm talking about watching my mom get slapped up. I'm talking about this is just new to me. I just got stuck with these people. You know what I'm saying? And my oldest brother, we literally, you know, we lived in Detroit on, I think off of like Phillip and Gratiot. We used to walk to, you know, carry people's bags to get money to get groceries. I'm talking about like, yeah, and if you know Detroit winters, it was cold. So I can remember doing those things. And I can remember those people getting so used to us coming that they would just let me sit inside of the grocery store while my brother kind of hustled for us. So that was very traumatic. And then my only peace was my father, who would come and get me all the time. So I kind of got ripped away from all of that. And then 2 years in Indianapolis, my stepfather ended up back with us. And he was still a little crazy, but it got a lot better. And right now, my mom's got Lou Gehrig's disease. It's been sick since 2006. My stepfather's been there in it, putting her in and out the bed. I don't know if it's because they love each other so much, or it's because maybe he has a sort of guilt because of what he kind of drug her through. But, you know, nobody can tell nobody how love is and how long to stay married. They've been married at this point 38 years and didn't know each other from Adam. And right now he takes care of her, like loves her to death or to life. I try not to say love to death, loves her to life. So yeah, that was a dramatic change for me, you know. And then I didn't get to grow with my cousins on my mother's or father's side because we were in Indianapolis. Now my mom's side, we kept current with. We went back and forth to visit a lot and stuff like that. But pretty much I had to make my family in Indianapolis. I had to make cousins. I had to make because I didn't get to grow up with them. So even when I go and visit them now in Detroit, it's weird to see how close they are. And I kind of didn't get that. So born a loner, I guess. Used to being alone, used to building people. Family is what you make it. It's not necessarily blood. Blood makes somebody your relative. Family you can build, you can make. You know, you can choose to love somebody that loves you the right way, and you can choose to get the hell on the minute that they don't.
You and your brother real close?
Well, he's passed now, but we were very close. We were.
It's normally the ones that you go through the trenches with.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that was my twin. We look just alike, except I don't have a mole. He had this mole, Mark Buddha. But he taught me a lot.
Okay, I guess give me your best memory before 18.
My best memory before 18. Have I had that question? I don't think ever in life, What?
I heard one.
Let me see. You heard it from me? You heard a good one? Let me hear it.
Your dad always coming to get you.
That's a great one. That's a great one. Let's say that then. Well, that's a great one as far as my transformation. When we moved to Indianapolis, that was always still my good. Like I never forgot what his face looked like. I never forgot. So yeah, that's one of the best memories. Like 100%. And then I want to say my mom getting stronger. Because by the time my stepfather did come, she had built her life up and she was not to be to it. So watching my mom stand up for herself, because as a kid, I didn't feel like she protected us. But as an adult now, I see she couldn't protect herself. So I can't fault her for that. So even though I kind of lost communication with my father, her way of protecting herself at that moment was just leaving. Sometimes you can't fight what you don't know how to get away from. So she, so watching my mom get stronger, even though my dad came back, she wasn't the same, and neither was he. So he wasn't allowed to walk over. And shout out to my stepdad. One of his biggest quotes was, "If you don't want to be walked on, get the fuck up off the floor, nigga."
I know that's right.
So my mama got up off the floor. So that was one of my best moments, to see her strength. You can still deal with the same person but different, and he gonna have to deal with you different because you're different. If you was on that floor, he could walk on you with Timberlands, but once you got up, nigga, them boots don't hit the same. Because I'm going to hit you back. So,
that's fire.
Yeah.
We were just talking about that earlier.
Yeah,
like
take that.
You too.
Yeah.
Say what again?
We were talking about that earlier, like showing people how to love you.
Yeah, you have to talk to people about how to treat you. I'm a firm believer in that. Because I had a friend tell me that, she let me over talk her for years. And I said, so does that make me a bad friend or you? Because you should have said something.
Yeah.
Immediately, I'm going to say something. You know what I mean?
Yes.
I'm going to wait until we on the way home or something and be like, hey, girl, I didn't like that. Don't talk to me like that in front of them, And your response should be, damn, I didn't know that bothered you. I'm going to work on that. But if you say something like, I ain't say nothing when you, then that means you don't care about how you treat me and you don't care about how I treat you. Because if you said something, I'm never going to laugh at you on purpose.
Exactly.
If you tell me you don't like me making light-skinned jokes, I swear I'm going to try my best until it's out of me to make light-skinned jokes, even if it takes practice. In the midway, I'm about to say a drag joke and like, God damn, I forgot him. But if I care about you, I will consider that, whether it makes sense to me or not.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I'm definitely going to be vocal in teaching people how to treat me. And if you care, you want to learn. Everything ain't for everybody. Just because you talk to this young lady that way don't mean that it's okay. And it don't mean that it's been wrong, because that young lady might have been okay with it.
Exactly.
You're not wrong until you're wrong. So don't make me a bad friend because you let me laugh at you. I have a dry sense of humor. Every fucking thing is funny to me. You know what I mean? But if it's not funny to you, you have to tell me that. Respectfully. Don't let me be a bad friend and then call me a bad friend, because I'm a good friend if you're teaching me how to be a friend to you.
Yeah, you gotta tell me that, because nothing bothered me to begin with.
Nothing bothers me.
Tell me.
So, and I will crack this joke for 10 years if you let me. You know what I'm saying? And I could think you laughing too.
Right.
Because I think I'm funny. I fucking mean no harm.
Right.
Most women are funny, though.
Some?
Most are not funny.
Most women are not funny.
Yeah.
That's probably a problem. People too uptight. So,
I don't think it's uptight. Just they don't be saying shit.
Or don't have a sense of humor. Or...
No, that ain't. I had a female comedian on here. I thought she was funny though. Like that's rare that I think women funny, but Alicia Bridges, but she funny as fuck.
She is funny.
I don't know. It's just, it ain't not they don't have a sense of humor. Girls, I don't know. Y'all sense of humor is like strange, I guess, but
yeah. But that's people though. You can't do a girl versus guy thing when it comes to funny or sense of humor. That was kind of managed to say, because every one person, every single human being is different. There's a lot of unfunny guys.
Yeah, I mean,
and there's a lot of, but most of the funny women maybe don't get hurt as much. I don't know. Or maybe even being an artist, like a lot of women are told to be a certain way. Otherwise people don't want to hear you. So we are limited a lot in what we can say.
I think it's your experience.
It could be.
Because I don't know, men to me be funny, but I don't know. I've met so many men who are funny that I would never say out my mouth like, men don't be funny,
Yeah.
So it's like you probably met so many females that thought
and
that they were funny.
And I can receive that on both ends.
And you these girls don't be funny.
Yeah.
But to me, they're hilarious.
Some, and I've been around a lot of corny dudes.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
So
who it might be funny, but it's still everybody would. And don't go tell that joke nowhere else.
Right.
I have a kooky sense of humor. So sometimes what's funny to me, But I'm gonna be honest with you, like, yo, bro, I liked it, but with this crowd, you want to go do that and stand up.
Yeah.
Sometimes it still depends on what crowd you're attending to, or what kind of funny you have to bring. If you're meaning to be funny, you have to work the crowd. Just like I've been getting into battle rap here lately, and sometimes everything that works in something that works in Indianapolis might not work in New York.
For sure.
So sometimes you still have to figure out your audience and your demographic can be relatable. And so you have to be open-minded. You can't just have one kind of funny. You can't just have one kind of rap. You can't just have one kind of. So I just believe in being open-minded to everybody's experience. I'm a sponge. I pick up a little bit from everybody. So I don't go to man versus women. I go to sense of humor, who's smart, who I can learn something from.
I'm a nerd, so like jokes for me, like word wise,
yeah,
I'll be cracking.
Me too. But some shit might go over other people's head. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Even if I don't think it's funny, I be like, oh, that was clever, or like.
Right, same here. Yeah.
I don't necessarily laugh.
And that's my truth. That's what you call being brutally honest. And a lot of people can't even take those kind of honest critiques. Well, and some dude sent me some music the other day, and I gave him my honest opinion on it. And then he tried to say, well, it's already, I done sold these. Well, if you done sold them, then that's fine. But you asked me what I think about it and would I jump on it. I said, if you wanted me on it, by the 15 point, I need a boom or a bang. Yeah. And he did not like my answer. But he had no choice but to respect it. So don't ask me my opinion. Well, they sold it anyway. No, it ain't. Ain't nobody bought it. Or you wouldn't, because it ain't even finished.
Right.
And either way, if you don't want my opinion, don't ask me. I'm not going to lie to you. And I even might say, well, it's smooth if you just want to smoke a blunt and ride at night. But if you want me to, if you said you could hear MsTaken on it, I wouldn't do it. It's not. It don't boom fast enough for me. I'm going to put my audience to sleep. No. You know, I investigate things. I'm a writer. I write poetry. I write music. I write books. I write movies. So in the first 5 minutes of this movie script, you better pull these people in, and you're going to lose your audience. Yeah. The first 2 pages of a book, you better have a good flashback if it's going to be a long story, or you're going to lose your audience. So in the first 15 seconds of this record, I better be able to wake this audience up, or they're going to sleep on me. So I wouldn't jump on nothing that I don't believe in. That don't mean it's not a good product, but go send it to somebody who wants to cry, like a Keith Sweat, or what's the rapper Keith Sweat dude, Rod Wave. He would have sounded good on that. I'm not going to cry on the record.
Yeah.
So, but he didn't like my opinion, but he had no choice but to respect it.
Especially if you asked for it.
And I'm a harsh critic. Even his friends have told me the way you talk to him is how he be talking to us. So he kind of found a him out of me. So he asked me questions that he know he might not like the answer to, but I'm not a yes friend, so he has no choice but to respect it. I'm going to tell you whether you want, and I'm still going to say it the nicest way possible, but I'm going to say, bro, like, I wouldn't get on it. I would add him, and I'm even going to say at 15 seconds when it go clink, clank, you should add a boom. I don't know the names for the treble and shit, but I know sounds. I know I know audiences. I'm a listener and I'm an artist, so I'm going to give it to you.
It's going to be constructive.
Respectfully. It is. And I'm not out to hurt you. Yeah. But don't ask me if you're going to be hurt.
Okay.
Yeah, put some Timberlands on.
I think it's irresponsible.
It's irresponsible to and expect for my reaction to not be genuine. I respect people that respect my truth.
You got it. One of the interviews.
Make sure you got a good side.
Yeah. The last few minutes of one of the clip. Okay. What was the last reason you cut out somebody access seed?
Funny story. This guy was just, I literally just, but I'm talking about I could play this voice message now. I just blocked this guy. And for no reason at all other than the fact that he was kind of annoying and over abrasive with telling me how I was going to spend my time with him. And I don't like to feel bullied into nothing. You asked me a question. I don't want to feel like it's your idea and I have to go along with it. And the guy genuinely did nothing to me. And he was so consistent and persistent that I done went ahead and unblocked him literally just yesterday. Because the guy, he didn't know what he did wrong. And he probably didn't do nothing wrong. But in my defense, I'm used to being so defensive, but it could have worked wrong for me. So I'm like, if the guy kept running down on me, I'm like, yo, sometimes I have a tendency to block the wrong people and keep the wrong people. So let me go ahead and unblock this guy. So I really genuinely had no reason to. And there's a lot of people that I kept longer than I should have.
Right.
Because sometimes, loyalty will keep you in situations that common sense should pull you out of.
Hello.
You know, and then sometimes me being annoyed will run me away from people that I should have put a little more energy into. So I'm still learning balance of that. So I literally just blocked this guy, like, cause he was so passionate. Y'all want to hear the voicemail?
Yep.
It was so, like, I literally felt bad. He had after I blocked him, he'd been calling and texting for like, from unknown numbers clearly, for like the past week since. And then I listened to that voicemail and my heart still went out to him, but I still didn't unblock him until yesterday. He called again and you give him a voicemail. Yeah, I did.
Sound like he done got some bacon.
But it seems like women like over 35, it's like the smallest thing you do is like, I'm gonna cut you off.
That's
like,
a fact.
And it can be, but for me, it's always been that way. Maybe because my life has been cut. So I've never loved nobody long enough to put a lot into it, to feel like I'm gonna hurt if I lose you. And so it could be a good or a bad thing because it keeps me from getting heartbroken. You know what I mean? I don't fall in love with people. It keeps me from being heartbroken, but is that good or bad? You know what I'm saying? But it's not my fault either.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? It's not. No, I don't, because I'm okay with who I am. See, when people say stuff like that, it's to insinuate that there's a problem with me, and there's not.
The therapy doesn't necessarily.
And therapy doesn't, and I've done some therapy to get you into that. I have. And I had this white woman who told me the truth. She said, listen, she said, I'm gonna get paid whether you talk or not. She said, but the honest truth I'm gonna tell you is one thing you can do is tell somebody who you don't know and don't know you all your business. Because what do they care? And you get to get it out. So, but this is the voice box from the guy.
Oh, it's out there.
Oh, I stopped it. No, but yeah, he was like, please, like unblock me one day. I thought we were going on a date and making scribes. You remember, you're the scribe.
Right.
Making scribes. And the gag is the man genuinely did nothing wrong to me. I got annoyed by his persistence, and that's messed up. So I'm still working on me too, because right now I unblocked him. We've been talking, and he's really a decent guy, so I'm kind of glad I did that. But maybe if he wasn't consistent with me, it would have been just another block. I could miss somebody I never knew or didn't have. So once I blocked him, it was over. I was over it. You know, I even had to tell him, he was like, well, unblock my number. I said, well, you know, you're going to have to text it to me because, you know, I deleted it and blocked it. I would delete the number and block it. So I can't even go back and find you if I want to, but that could have been a mistake. I could have missed out on a really decent person. So I'm glad that he liked me enough to even stand on me, even after he knew that I blocked him. So sometimes people got to push you to what you maybe need and put you, because it's easy for me to be over it. And it's harder to put in work. Sometimes doing the right thing is the hardest shit at all. So I'm working on myself as far as being open to people and not being so shut off, because I don't feel like I'm ever going to die alone, because I have my dog and my children, but that's still considered dying alone. And even if it's just like a closest confidant or my homeboys, I want somebody to ride through life with. I want a Golden Girls team. I want, you know, somebody I could thank for being a friend when I'm 80 and we still arguing back and forth. Or you go clean the yard, I cleaned it yesterday, motherfucker. Type of shit. So I'm more open to different ranges of people now. Oh, sorry, I done got comfortable.
Yeah. I kind of forgot what I was about to say, but
I'm long-winded, but I'm answering the hell out your questions, though. I ain't left him stuck yet. Yeah, he been trying to hit me with the ghetto hokey pokey. I've been, hey, hit him with a little flight of the bumblebee.
She's on my flight of the bumblebee.
Yeah, hit him with a little flight of bumblebee. No.
So it's just, it sounds like you afraid to lose love if you get it. Like,
I wouldn't even say I'm afraid. Maybe I'm afraid to try something that ain't in my comfort zone, but I wouldn't say I'm afraid to lose it because I haven't had. Well, I'm not even gonna say I haven't had it because I was with my kid's father for 9 years. May he rest in peace. You know, so like I know what love is. I've had it, but in this day and age, like I said, after my kid's father died, I took a pause from dating because I raised my children. You know what I mean? So coming into it now as a 42-year-old woman, I can't be afraid of something that I haven't experienced, but I'm cautious, especially because dating these days is way different than it was. You know what I'm saying? Like I had a guy, inboxed me on Facebook. My name is Juanice. It's hard to find. He said, hey, I think I just seen you at the gas station and you really pretty in person. Block. Why wouldn't you just say something to me if you saw me? Like, hey, I think we Facebook friends or something. That was awkward for me. So the dating is awkward. I'm not afraid, but I'm cautious in this world. I don't want to, everybody's catfish online. You don't know this genuine person. You didn't meet them at the gas station. They didn't say hi to you. Hey, young lady. So dating is scary. I'm not afraid. I'm cautious.
I'm saying sometimes you could want to talk to a woman, but you be like, let me go ahead and pay for this.
So that's
by the time you finish, they gone.
But that's not for me to be afraid of. Yeah. That was that man being afraid. You see, I'm gonna flip that back on you.
I'm saying
that man should have said hi to me.
He's trying to finish pay for his stuff, and he's trying to get to you.
No, but he didn't say that. He didn't say you were gone before I got out the store. He said, hey, I think I just saw you at the gas station. You're really pretty in person. He probably stood behind me. I remember that day. It was a long line. He probably stood behind me for a minute. He probably watched me pump my gas. Instead of coming to pump my gas for me, or instead of saying something immediately. If that were his reason, I'm sure he would have said that. He didn't say I was gonna speak to you, but you were gone.
I'm saying you assuming.
You ain't let him know.
You just kind of assuming.
And you're assuming your response, respectfully.
Yeah, I'm just saying we both assuming.
We are, but I'm not assuming though, because all I'm doing is going off of the energy that this guy sent me, which was I was too timid to speak to you in person, or whatever his reasons may be, because I can't speak for that man. And a lot of women maybe have made it hard for men to be comfortable speaking to them. Maybe he thought I was going to be a mean girl. I don't know. I'm sorry that the world has become where men can't just come up and approach a woman, because I'm very approachable. Even if I'm not attracted to you, I'm not going to be mean to you. I would be like, hey, friend. Mm-hmm. I friend anybody. Like my mom said, I ain't never met a stranger. I talk to people at the airport. I talk to people at Kroger's. I've been talking to y'all like I've been knowing y'all for years. So I'm very, very, very approachable. So whatever his reasons were, I'm not blaming him and I'm not blaming society, but I'm not going to date someone who's afraid to talk to me.
You're going to have to give somebody the opportunity to talk to you, though.
I am, and I don't have a problem doing that. I done unblocked you, boy.
Yeah, okay. And
again, if that guy at the gas station would have talked to me, I would have spoke back. I talked to strangers. Yeah. But I thought it was awkward that he would rather find me on social media, and he had the opportunity to speak to me.
And some women are cool with that, because I remember I asked Kay, I was like, what do you meet a guy then he DM you later trying to holler at you? And you was like, well, they be looking forward to the message. They don't be like, oh, you should have talked to me in person.
Well, that's if I had already met him in person and then he's DMing me later. I wasn't aware that this guy was just going to randomly hit me up and say that he had just saw me in person. So I'm taken aback, because I feel like you should have said something to me in person. Even if I was in a rush, I was like, oh, DM me. Then I maybe would have been looking for him and looking into him. Because maybe he would have been more approachable than he thought. Some dudes are better energy than their pictures. Mm-hmm. So I kind of wish he would have said something to me. If he would have said something to me, maybe I would have been in tune. So now I'm going to go dig him up. The initial approach is everything.
I don't think you're missing anything anyway.
I don't either, love. Especially if he didn't have the balls to say hi to me or pump my gas.
No, to pay for your gas.
Not for nothing. I don't even need that. That's still me. I don't even need you to. I'm not even over expecting that. But as a gentleman, you should. If you see me at a gas station, and I remember that day, because I remember I had got a damn Starbucks coffee, and I remember that day. You should have walked up and said something. You had plenty of time, because I know I was there for a second. And I had sat there, was on my phone before I pulled up my GPS. Like, I remember I had sat there at that gas station for a minute. Mm-hmm. So you should have approached me while you was digging me up on Facebook.
Whoever you are supposed to be with will come however they supposed
yes, to be. And if I'm supposed to be with them, it'll be received. Mm-hmm. So, again, shout out to your boy that done ran down on me and I unblocked you, because maybe that's, and he's been consistent. He's been texting me on the way here, have fun. And sometimes women do need them good mornings, good nights, and how are you? As tough as I am, or as used to I am as being okay without it, it doesn't hurt to have it. So shout out to that guy for running down on me the right way.
You need them to like you, though. You don't just want to keep doing that.
No.
And you ain't sure she really like you.
And I feel that. Yeah. So that's where it takes, both ends.
Mm-hmm.
So and I actually kind of like this guy now that I didn't even think I would like, because he annoyed me initially. Mm-hmm. So now I look forward to texting him back. Like, I text him first sometimes. Mm-hmm. So yeah, like I'm very likable if I feel like that's. But I'm so used to having to cut people off, because there's so many that ain't worth a damn. And that's not everybody. And it's not their fault. I'm awkward. The world is awkward. But, I'm trying to be open to
people.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm a people person, but I'm not a personal person.
Yeah.
I can have a whole shitload of people that I'm acquainted with. That don't mean all of them are my friends.
Yes.
I might only have 2 of y'all that we really hang out outside here, and I've been kicking it with 30 of y'all for the past 7, 8 years. We all turn up in the same groups. So you can have people that you're comfortable with and they're acquaintances. That don't mean that I'm gonna tell you my secrets and trust you with my life.
That's a fact.
You know.
Okay. Who did you help when you needed help?
Who did I help when I needed help?
Yeah.
I always need help, and I'm always helping somebody. I'll share nothing with somebody. I can't even pinpoint that to one story because you can call anybody I know, and my door is always open. I'm not like I can't even answer that question. My heart is so big, but that is the biggest problem, and that has affected sometimes even my children because I will go above and beyond for somebody, not even thinking that it's gonna bite me in the end, or you know, like I remember one time I cashed in my light bill money in order to help this girl pay her rent, but I thought that my light bill wasn't due until the 18th, and I had a check come, but it was due on the 15th. So now once they shut me off, I need the whole fucking balance too. You know what I'm saying? And that put my children in the dark for 3-4 days, and even if they didn't understand what was going on, I can't regret what I did because I had already did it, but I did it for a good purpose. You see what I'm saying? So, but yeah, I'm still mad that I did that. I should definitely check them dates because I wouldn't have done it if I'd known that it would have overlapped in my responsibilities. So sometimes moving with your heart, you think, you move a little faster for somebody else maybe than you will for yourself sometimes, and then I bite the bullet in the end, So.
I ain't never been like that. I didn't date women like that. It's like they don't know when to say no. Like it's just like I don't know, they just always just trying to help when they really don't have it.
And that's a problem, yeah. And I have that. I had that. I've been working on saying no real good. And my way of doing that is to just not always answer the phone or not be available. Because sometimes it is hard. If you tell me what you got going on, it's hard for me to say no. And I can tell you what I got going on, and I can tell you I just broke my goddamn foot. And you're going to say, well, is it the foot you drive with? I really need to get to this. So sometimes I just say, no, I can't. People don't really care if your excuse is good or not. So, but then I done came and drove you, and now I'm out in the middle of the night. Now I'm having a bad day on my off day, and it ain't worth the $6 in gas. And now, I come and get you, and you still arguing with the same. So I have to pick and choose what's worth my energy. You know what I mean? And I just won't answer the phone because I'm not good at saying no. Even if I cuss and fuss, you get on my nerve, here you go, but where you at? Send a location, or I ain't got 10, but I can send you 6. Stupid shit. I shouldn't send just a 6. But so I just won't be available. I won't answer the phone. My sister could tell you right now, and man, she ain't gonna answer. No, and it started with her.
Yeah.
She was my biggest like I had to learn from saying no and not being available for my sister all the time. And it took me about 2-3 years to get to the point where now she knows I'm not gonna answer the phone. Now she knows not to call me for no dumb shit. You know what I mean?
You got to balance it out. Like,
it's a balance.
I remember this guy I used to work with, he told me like this girl told him all her problems and he started crying. I was like, bruh, like what the fuck kind of man is you? Like,
what's wrong with him having emotion?
He was homeless though. He was like sleeping in his car and shit. Like, and it's just like he helped it, and he really don't have it. Like,
but the Lord gonna bless him so hard. Ain't nothing wrong with being selfless sometimes, but it can if you're constantly being taken advantage of. My word of this year has been moving methodically. That means strategically, with only you in mind. That means being selfish with yourself because sometimes you should be. You know what I mean? If I don't got it, I'm not giving it to you no more. My dad used to say something, quick story, my dad told me a lot. And he'd be like, people don't keep giving all your bricks away before you finish building your house. He said, because you 3 bricks away from finishing your roof, and a nigga need these bricks, and you done gave them to him. Next thing you know, it's raining all in your house. They done built 3 houses off of the bricks you done gave them. And the most they gonna do is let you come and live in one of them houses instead of helping you finish yours, or instead of being humble about the fact that but is it they fault or yours? As soon as they built that first house, you should have got your bricks back. Or better yet, you should have never gave them bricks until your house was finished. So that's where I'm at now. If my house ain't finished, I don't got it. For nothing or nobody. Even like my brother, he does better up. Shout out to Jay too. And we were on a voice call, like a FaceTime with Remy Ma one time, and she was talking about, because he done battled for Remy Ma, Chrome 23, shout out to that. And she was talking about how the girl, one of her friends, because she said she's met more loyal people in jail than the people that, and she was like, one of her friends was like, well, girl, send me this, that, and the third, you got it. And she's like, I know I got it. And I got it, and I'm keeping it. Just because I got it don't mean that it's for you. Now, if you got a good purpose for it, then I don't have no problem giving it to you. I'd rather give it to you than you borrow $15 and never give the $15 back. I'd rather give you $2,200 if you asking to have it, and I know you putting a good use to it. But just because I got it don't mean I got it for you. And I used to be a loan shark. I would loan people money all the time because I know I'm getting a percentage back. And then one time I loaned this dude some money. I knew it was going for a terrible reason. And 5 minutes after that, this girl needed some money for diapers. And I would have rather giving it to her for diapers, but I had no more extra. So at these points, I'm choosing who even deserves to keep getting this. Bless you, baby.
Thank you.
So yeah, I probably kind of carried a little bit, but I hope I at least stayed on topic and answered the question.
You'll be losing.
Yeah, I'm long-winded, but I make sense.
Okay, the best and worst
Not
advice.
giving out what you can't give. Not for real.
Period.
Okay,
Go ahead.
The best and worst advice you received and given.
The best and worst advice that I have received and given. Worst advice. I don't know if I can even say this on there. People get terrible advice. I had turned myself into Douglasville County on some driving and stuff, something stupid, but I wanted to get it on off. And I'm talking to one of my homeboys back home. I ain't gonna say his name, idiot. Well, shit, you need to get you about 20, 30 balloons and swallow them so you go. Terrible advice. I said, man, I'm going for traffic. You want to give me traffic again? I'm gonna fucking die. You think you want me going there? So I'm just saying so you can make some money. I said, thank you for talking to me, but put my cousin back on the phone. Terrible advice. I get it if this was American me and I was ready to go sit down for 7 years and yeah, give me some of them little balloons and let me swallow them. Right. But why would I want to swallow some balloons and I'm going to do traffic court? Right. Terrible advice. Terrible advice. For sure. Don't say that to nobody else. You know who you are. The best.
Somebody who went back to jail.
God. Because why would you want to do that to me? I'm going for traffic court, baby. You're going to give me a trafficking case. I'm being processed and throwing up and about dead. I'm a little woman, honey. 30 balloons is insane.
Hello.
Was he a crackhead or something?
No, he was a hustler. It's a hustler state. Swallow some balloons, go in there and make some money. It would have been good advice if I was going to do 3 years. If I was, if I was a Griselda Blanca.
Right, okay.
If I can MsTaken, I got a traffic offense. I don't want to go and be in there trying to, I'm going to be out by the time I even get all my money from the commissary, because how they going to pay? Okay. Had me in there fighting helpers for drugs, and now I got a whole real charge. So yeah, that was terrible advice, but he thought it was good advice, because again, he's thinking as a trapper. It's how trappers think. Right. He probably would have swallowed him if it was him. I ain't gonna do that.
That was your first time going to jail?
Heck, he took it. No. That was just my first time somebody giving me terrible advice going to jail. That was my first time turning myself into jail. That was my first time ever walking in there on my own. Oh, God. It was, oh, God, man, my entirety, I was cool up until I got there. I had Googled the best days to do it and everything. Like, you know, they said Mondays are terrible because they're busy and Fridays are terrible because you're going to be there over the weekend. So I'm like, yeah, I'm going to go Tuesday and be out there. Yeah, man, shit. I put my long johns on. And, for real. Yeah, so that was the good part. I was able to actually be prepared. I had on a couple pairs of socks. Child, I had ate me 3 Tylenol PMs. So I can sit there. Yeah, they probably thought I was an all kind of heroin. I'm not a Smith. Just call me when it's time to go upstairs and dress down or whatever they call it. So that was my first time ever walking into jail, but I'm glad I did it, and my daughters were proud of me. It's a part of adulting, and it's something that needed to happen. So. Good. Y'all got warrants to go on and turn yourself in and get it over with.
It get a lot of other stuff out the way too. It does. We got other stuff going on.
And it took that weight off of my shoulders. Driving around here, I don't got to worry about, you know what I'm saying?
That could happen.
Yeah, because Douglasville is wicked. I remember when I first moved here, I had a dude tell me, he said, where you live, shawty? I said in Douglasville. He said, yeah, I probably ain't gonna never come see you. I don't come out there. They got their own laws. I said, well, shit.
I'm close to you. I stay in Villa Rica.
Okay, no, I'm not out there anymore. I'm done with Douglasville. But
That
when I
was
first
good
came
school,
out
though.
there, that's where I was, that's where I was residing at. So, and it was an experience.
It's the prettiest stars you ever want to see.
I love stars. I'm so big on astrology. I love it. I have a telescope.
Yeah, you go to Douglasville and Villa Record, just look up.
Yeah.
They be right here, like, hey.
Like, hey, twinkle, twinkle.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, things that force you to love yourself more.
Every day I wake up, I'm forced to care about me a little bit more. I love my children, so I have to love me. There's times that I've even maybe felt sick of life, but my thought is, oh shit, I can't even give up because who the hell gonna raise these children?
Amen.
So like me being a diehard mother has kept me where I have to be okay. Because again, their father passed away. My mom has been wheelchair bound since 2006, and next to you is your mother. So who's on? My sister's always been not the most reliable. So, and there's no shade. She know what it is. But my children had nobody outside of me.
Mm-hmm.
So that was the reason alone that I have to be okay. Every single day, whether I want to smile or not, I have to get up and love myself. I have to be happy. Then kids might tell me the day before a goddamn field trip that they got a field trip. Now I got $22 to my name. I just got up for work 7 in the morning, but I have to stay up so I can drive for 2 hours with a bus full of kids to the Muhammad Ali field trip music, hey, and now I'm chaperoning everybody else's kids because I'm the cool mom.
Mm-hmm.
Now I done had to split this little $22 I got to give this little girl something so she can get something out the gift shop because she ain't got no money. Or like anytime our kids had events, I'm showing up with gift bags for them and their friends, especially when I know that they friends' mothers might not come through like I come through for mine. I'm talking about there's times where I didn't have the energy or the coin, but I'm coming
Amen.
for those kids.
Mm-hmm.
So those kids are the reason that I love myself every single day.
Mm-hmm.
I had no choice because I love them so much that it's bigger than me.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck about me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But I do. I have to at the same time, if
Yeah,
that
for
makes
sure.
sense. So
You care about you because of that.
I have to. Absolutely. I love them way more than I love myself.
Mm-hmm.
So every day I wake up is, what are y'all doing? How, you know what I mean? And they're grown now. But that'll never stop. I'll drop what I'm doing right now if they call me. You know what I mean? I had to put them on. Quick story. So my daughter, I'm enjoying myself at this lake with these. Oh, I can't stop. I'm enjoying myself at this lake, right? And next thing I know, my daughter done sent the police come do a wellness check because I didn't answer the phone because they're so. And I think because their father died in a car accident, they're always used to losing me. So I've learned that anytime they call, I have to respond because they're worried.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking about them people ain't called me since. I was having a great time. It was my first time eating snapper. We're at a lake, but I had my phone silenced. I'm enjoying myself.
Right.
And she sent the dang on police come check on me. Running around these people lake with flashlight looking for me. Child, they hurried up and got my ass up out of there. I ain't seen them people since. I had a great time.
Oh my goodness.
So yeah, my children are my reason every single day.
Okay, something God revealed that needed to be seen.
That my life is not my own. Again, it belongs to him and to my children. I move for them, and that's still a double-edged sword. I'm gonna answer that with the same thing. I'm very, very spiritual. I trust the Lord, and I trust the decisions that I've made, even if I don't understand them, just like I don't understand the decisions that my mother made. But if she wouldn't have made them, we would have still been in Detroit watching her get drugged through the mud. So I trust the decisions that Lord, if he shows me something, I'm going for it. If he tells me to shut up, I'm going to shut up. If he tells me to get away, I don't ask no questions. I'm gone. You won't even know I got an Uber 5 minutes down. Because if I tell you before my Uber comes, what if you beat my ass or something? So I know when it's time for me to get on. I trust flags.
Mm-hmm.
Any flag I see, I trust it. And I could be wrong. Like I could have been wrong about old boy.
Mm-hmm.
He was just getting on my nerve. To me, that was a flag because maybe he was, but to him, it was just him being consistent.
Mm-hmm.
So learning flags, I try to trust the Lord. I try to trust the first sign I get. People say intuition, but I try not to use that word because that's not a real feeling. It's just a word that people put for the way you're supposed to feel. I trust,
Intuition?
yeah, I trust my gut.
I think it's God.
Yeah,
Or
okay,
Holy
let's put
Spirit.
it that way. That makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, let's say that. So you
Holy
just changed the
Spirit.
way I even was looking at that. In life, we change. When we come across people that can change the way we look at things, you build your own hypothesis. There's no handbook or rule book to being a mother or being an adult. Everybody's life experience is different. We could be locked up for the same thing. That don't mean we're gonna do the same time, because what were your life beforehand? What was my life? So everybody, I ain't gotta necessarily listen to you. You ain't gotta necessarily listen to me, but I'm gonna be open to hearing you out.
Exactly.
Because everybody's truth is different. I'm not gonna say just because 2 + 2 make 4 that 6 minus 2 don't make 4. That 10 minus 6 don't make 4. That 3 + 1 don't make 4. Everybody got a way of getting to that same 4. So I'm not gonna say that's stupid because you taking 3 + 1. That ain't what I'm used to. You said people can judge, but at the end of the day, I still got my 4.
Yeah.
And maybe because I took the long way around, now my 4 to turn to 8, my 8 to turn to 16, my 16 to turn 32, and you still 2 + 2 make 4 at a time. You still one of them niggas that think, I could lose it all and get it right back. That's stupid. That means you lose it all the time. So when people say stuff like that, like that's stupid shit that people say. I can lose it and get it right back. Is that a compliment? Or do that mean you lose all the time? You a 2 + 2 make 4 type of nigga.
Okay.
Why don't you listen to me and try this 3 + 1? I might can show you something. So sometimes people will be bullheaded, and I ain't gonna dispute the way that I'm taking. But if you know I'm going the wrong way, then say something to me.
Yeah.
Don't watch me go the wrong way and then watch me get out of it. You know, because if you go the wrong way, I'm gonna say something. I ain't gonna bust you on the head, because you got the right to keep walking that way. But I'm gonna turn around and go this way, man. I'm not gonna keep following you, bro. I don't believe you going the right way.
Right. I think that's wrong.
But most men, we do drop down to 0, like at some point, because you might try something different in life. You know what I'm saying?
And
like,
that happens.
Like I was comfortable doing a job, but then I was like, let me start my own business doing this. But they ended up failing, but I had lost a lot of money. So it's like, if you constantly trying to try something to grow, like, you know what I'm saying, you might end up at 0.
You might. I read a book that I have actually, and I'll send y'all a copy if y'all want. I love it. It's called Who Moved My Cheese. It's a simple book about these mice who are comfortable, going to get this one little stash of cheese every morning, and they woke up one day and their cheese had been moved. Now, one of the guys, he'd rather just sit there all day because he's scared to go try for new cheese. One of the guys, he's going to try to find that old cheese. And one of the guys like, man, let's just go this way and try to find new cheese, because what if we go that way and now we're exhausted, and don't find the old cheese. And then the one guy, you're going to sit here all day until you die waiting on the cheese. It's like people say, good things come to those who wait. I think that's stupid. Good things come to those who get up and go get it. You're going to sit at the door all day and wait on good things. Man, I can't leave the house today, man. Good things might come.
Right.
Like, so if somebody moves your cheese, you have to be comfortable putting yourself in an uncomfortable situation. I moved here with nobody. Like I said, I reunited with with my father's side of the family, but I didn't really know them. And I took a chance on moving here on my own. Just like my mom took a chance of moving to Indianapolis. I'm not afraid to go and try to find new cheese if my cheese is moved. I'm not going to sit and die waiting on somebody to bring me some cheese. And I'm not going to go look for old cheese, because one thing in time, it goes and fast forward, you can't get that back. That's the one thing that's free that you can lose and never see again is your time. You know what I mean? So I don't have time to sit and wait. If I wake up and that cheese is gone, then why the hell would it roll back? And first of all, I'm looking at these two suckers like, who ate this cheese while I was asleep? Now I can't trust either one of y'all.
Right.
But that's a good life book. Who Moved My Cheese? If you haven't read it, get it. It's a short story, but it's so powerful and meaningful.
I think it was major, like what you were saying, like as far as hitting 0 first. I'm seeing that now, like as life goes on, like that's why at this point, like nothing, I'm not gonna say that because God, just chill, bro. But like things that come, like adversity come, it's like, okay, another 0. That's cool. That's when I understand that I can get it right back, man.
Period.
Mentality. Not I want to lose it.
And I receive that, but I'm okay with it because I know, excuse me, but and look where you are now. Like, you know what I mean? Even if you lost that particular job to take that chance that you took, it was for a reason, because maybe you would have been stuck at that dead end job forever. Even if it didn't happen right then and there, that needed to happen. That door probably needed to close for you to be sitting here talking to me right now. So sometimes with risk comes rewards, you know. What do you say, right? If you think pennies, you get pennies. You think dollars, you get dollars. And I knew that Atlanta was going to be big for me. And I came and mastered 2 battle raps. I've done performances and things I never even thought I would do. And we still managed to raise my children with getting away from Indiana, where I was comfortable, where it was getting sad and it was getting miserable, and it was comfortable. Like I had a 5-bedroom house. You know, I was working. My children were. Excuse me. I'm sorry.
No,
bless you.
apologize.
Yeah, my children. Financially, I was okay, but I was unhappy, and I knew that there was more for me. So yeah, I left everything, and I moved here and put me and my kids up in the window for motherfucking almost over a year and a half until I got it together here. And I had, you know, Indianapolis cost of living is low. I had a 5-bedroom house for $650 a month. What? Upstairs, full basement. So I sacrificed comfort to come here. And you know, one of the gags my son told me a couple months ago, he said, Mom, he speaks very, very well. He said, you want to know what one of our best times was? And I'm like, huh? Well, we were all in that hotel together. And that was one of my lowest. You know, I'm like, I would have thought that it was when you had your own room inside of a room. So sometimes we make decisions that we don't even know. I was uncomfortable. I hated it. But it was one of his best moments. And it got me here where I've opened up and like I've got more love here than I ever got at home. So yeah, I put myself I took myself to zero, same difference if you want to trust these people that I really didn't know like that. They really didn't have my back. And I'd rather stay in a room with my kids before I live with people that just because they're my family, I'm not really comfortable with. And here I am right now, and I still managed to raise some children and find a peace of mind for myself. And I'm talking about not sacrifice right now. So I get it, brother. You know what I mean? But we can't be afraid of going broke. You know, you're gonna get rich if you think rich. There's a lot of rich people that are mentally broke and unhappy. Robin Williams, may he rest in peace. One of the most powerful messages ever to me is, I used to think that the worst feeling in life was being alone. I was wrong. The worst feeling in life is to be in a room full of people and still feel alone. If I'm gonna be by myself, I can be by myself. And hanging with people is expensive. Because it's gonna cost me more than it costs you. Yeah. And I hang with a lot of people, I got to pay your way, which I don't be minding, because if I want to go, I'll be going out. But I have normalized being comfortable with myself. Drove myself to the casino the other day to North Carolina. Had a great time. Met this dope ass young lady, Jewels, Dipset, and she showed me how to play baccarat. I'm talking about I upped my ante $300-$400 real quick. So I've just been normalizing being by myself. Even though when I first got here, it was scary and I was afraid and I was uncomfortable and I was, worried. But it worked out. And I'm loving the fuck out of who I am, and maybe I've shadowed myself because I'm always worried about everybody else's comfort. I'm always worried about making sure if I go out, y'all going out. And a whole time I don't need them people, and now they all damn want to see I need to come and see you, hang out with you. I'm at battle rap events. I walked the red carpet with Hitman Holler. Like I've done some great things since I've been here by myself. Yeah. Because I mentally got myself comfortable with myself. Yes. And it took me crying on 4th of July when I don't have the barbecues in the family and I can't go even though these people were draining me, they were my comfort zone. So originally I was scared and mad and nervous and upset with the decision I made, but I was already here. So I got happy real quick with myself. Yeah. Selfish with myself these days.
As you should be.
Yeah. Methodically.
I don't think selfishness is a bad thing.
It's not. Most of the people that say the word selfish in a negative manner are the most selfish people. Yeah. You should be selfish with yourself.
Yes, you should.
Yeah, Joyce Meyer said that. I love.
Joyce Meyer's on.
Yeah.
She's solid.
Since when are you wrong for being selfish with you? So yeah, shout out to being selfish. Methodically, it sounds sexier.
My mom used to always say that. I used to be like, I don't think that's a bad thing.
No,
like,
being selfless gets you hurt. Good guys get fucked over all the time because you love people more than you love yourself. I don't never want nobody that love me more than they love them. Don't ever.
And again, I can't show someone how to treat me if I don't love myself.
That's a fact. That's a fact. If I feel ugly as fuck, how I'm gonna tell you to tell me that I'm pretty today?
Nah, baby, I know I'm cute.
Baby, I'm gonna push these titties up to this chin and throw this eyebrow long.
Okay, you better believe it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I just thought, like, sometimes when I'm in a relationship, like, you might need something, but you will push it back because your girl needs something. It's like, I done stopped doing that.
You have to, especially if your need is more important. If she's your girl and you are communicating, because you can't just, if she says she needs something, you can't just put what you need to the back of the mind. That's where conversation needs to be had. Like, well, I got this coming up, and you guys together should decide what is more important. And so that's still you're doing yourself a disservice by putting her before you without even, because she might have wanted to put you. She might have said, I wish you would have told me, baby, I wouldn't have bought that makeup.
Not his girlfriends. But.
Well, no, just saying. Just use the example. You know,
But
just
no,
speaking
for
off
sure
of what
that
he
she
said.
should.
She should.
She
but
should
but
want
she
to.
but she don't know that you're putting her first if you don't say that. Because she if she just say, hey man, I seen this sale and you thinking, man, I got this $4, I really need it. So go and get this tune up. You know, but I can get this tune up. You know. And because I want her to get, and you shouldn't do that either. And if this is somebody you building with, she wouldn't want you to. But you have to give her that communication to give you the option to say, nah, babe, go get that fucking oil changer. Right. So a lot of times our miscommunication where people are doing what they think is best for their other half and it's not what their other half would even want, or it's not what you need for yourself. Because it doesn't matter what they want, it's the needs. You know, if I need a tune up and you want these shoes, right. It's not a question. Right. But if you don't tell me that you need a tune up and you getting this money for these shoes and then I gotta hear about it next week, well, I was supposed to get a tune up, but you got them shoes. I'm like, motherfucker, I didn't tell you to give me them fucking shoes. You're a fool when I get you. So then that ignites an uncomfortable situation that could have easily been squashed had I known you needed a tune up.
Well, yeah, we don't really complain about nothing.
It's not complaining though.
Well, you don't really say nothing like what I need. It's just like you just do for them.
But that's the problem. And again, that's what I'm still working on, just doing. Like I said, I loan sharked that one guy some money and I'd rather gave it to that girl who needed diapers. So sometimes I'm working on just doing. Because if it's not, if it's going to put me out or if it's something that you can wait for, then why do I need to do it now? And if it's something that I could wait for, now I'm a Leo. If it's some shoes on sale, I want them shoes. And if you're going to give me them shoes, I'm not going to tell you not to give me them shoes. Right. If I think you can, if you have the extra. But if I know you have a tune up to get, I'm not even going to ask you for those shoes. I might still get them because I'm a husband. But I'm not going to put you,
pay for that,
but I would never,
change.
and I might get
you hear me.
That's what I'm saying. Part. But if I don't know, I'm not at fault. You can't tell me 2 weeks later that I'm the reason you didn't get an oil change. Because I would have never wanted you to put your car before my shoes. Because I'm not going to walk these shoes to work. We need your car. Hello. Makes sense though.
Don't be saying stuff.
It's communication. You're not looking out for me by putting yourself in harm's way, love. That's not what I would want for you if I fuck with you like that.
I want to help.
I want your car to have an oil change. But way more than I want those shoes. But if you just so quick to please me, that's gonna make me look at you like you don't even have a backbone to stand on yourself and your oil change. To me, that's you doing me a disservice. You can't protect me if you can't even fuss at me. You gonna let me get these shoes and you know you need an oil change.
I don't think it's more of like it's something I want. It'll be like, yeah, if it's something I want, but if it's something I need, of course you can't get that. But
right.
I need, like if my work shoes like worn down, I can keep going with them, but I want some more. You get what I'm saying? So I can be like, what you need, I can get your.
And if what I need is more important than you needing work shoes, which to me is very important. You having comfortable shoes to stand on while you work is a necessity to me. You have to take care of your feet and your back. But again, I'm not all women. You know what I mean? There's nothing that I should need more than you needing comfortable work shoes. So I'm still going to stand on my respective answer. Because that's still something you need, love. That ain't no want you having comfortable shoes.
I'm saying you can wear them another 2 or 3 months and you good.
Yeah. If me just wanted a new pair of Versace's and you need work shoes, thank you, love. I love sneakers. But if you need work shoes, so again, that probably goes on what my needs are and what yours are at the time. Now, if I need this money to pay my car note or something, then yeah, your work shoes could probably wait till next week. But if I just want to go get something stupid or that can wait, I would rather. So it's still, as a communication with people, you got to decide what's more important. And as far as anything I've said today, you needing work shoes is way more important than
a girl's night out.
Fuck yeah. Respectfully.
Priority.
You don't receive that? Yeah, that's a priority. Your feet matter. Your back and your feet, you get one set. You get one body. You know what I mean? And if you're working and you're selfless enough to make sure that I have what I need, why would I ever want you to put your work shoes to the back? Go get a new pair of motherfucking Reeboks.
He like hoes. Bad bitches.
I'm looking for a wife.
I can't see that, but at the same time, I ain't getting much from him to know who he is outside of this.
He like hoes.
That's like hoes. Yeah, them hoes. Yeah, make sure them hoes.
Sending me hoes.
So God is sending you hoes.
I keep me hoes. I believe in God.
Don't give God. I believe in God. You know what? We're not gonna put that. Okay, well let's say God is sending you these hoes.
Yeah.
So hopefully God is sending you some quality hoes that care about you having work shoes.
No.
Nah.
Well, just send them back. You can listen. God can send you hoes. We choose who we keep.
Yes.
Here now, let's back down
I mean,
on that.
like,
Yeah, a lot of them hoes.
temporarily.
You might have 20 hoes and maybe only 2 of them worth keeping. So why even juggle all these two? Find the 2 quality hoes.
You just got one bad hoe at a time.
Yeah, I mean, I work so much, I can't juggle hoes.
Yeah,
Right.
he don't have a bunch of
Well,
them.
good.
They just hoe.
Good. So you just got a plethora of hoes that you can pick and choose from.
No,
You
sometimes
gonna
I
slap
might be on
bacon?
0. Sometimes I might have.
Who you slap? You got a slap bacon partner. Who you gonna slap bacon with?
No, not no more. She was begging too much. So,
Yeah, you don't need no begging hoes.
yeah.
You need hoes that's gonna bring a table to the table. Or my daddy said, even if you ain't got nothing to bring to the table, learn how to set the table.
Yeah.
One thing I don't want to ever do is have a hoe at the house that ain't got no job, still ain't cooking and cleaning or nothing. I shouldn't have to come home and say, hey, get up and clean. If you ain't bringing nothing to the table, set that motherfucker.
I'm telling you.
I shouldn't have to come and clean or worry about nothing if I'm working.
This how your stepdaddy talk or your daddy talk?
That's how my stepdad.
I like
Yeah, my stepdad. He's real. That's where I spend the majority of my real. He ain't gonna say a whole lot, but when he say something that's substantial and it's gonna mean something, he said something. I think I was like 15 when I heard this shit. He talking about my older sister. Bless her heart. She was a little slut. And she would come home and still need cigarettes and shit, you know. And my daddy, he's sitting there watching Walker Texas Ranger. Fuck with that man. He watching Walker Texas Ranger. He don't want to hear this hoe ass shit anyway. And she talking about how the nigga was looking all at her ass, but mind you, she had a big old booty. And you got it out, what you know. So he looking all at her ass and this, that, and the third. So my daddy, after he had enough of it, he jumped up. He said, "You don't want people to think you a hoe? Stop wearing hoe uniforms, bitch."
Yeah. Flat out.
I try not to wear a whole uniform. I can't help I got boobs, but you never really see me. Because then that's what they're going to expect from you. It makes sense. If you don't want people to think you a hoe, don't wear a whole uniform. That's another one for the books. Shout out to my stepdaddy. Yeah, so I learned a lot of what to do about what not to do and just by picking up and listening and paying attention to what I want to. Most people that other people hate be people I get along with. Because they be people I can learn something from. You can learn something from somebody on the damn street. Just because that man is homeless don't mean he can't say, hey, don't go run out on the street, you won't get hit by that car.
Okay.
And just because somebody is rich don't mean that they can give you something valuable that you can learn. So I just pick and choose what I learn and what I choose to incorporate.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead, Kay.
Okay, so tell us something that our audience should know about you before we go that we didn't touch on today.
Shoot, man, I think I done wore my life out with y'all. But something y'all can know is that, first of all, follow me on Instagram, MsTaken, MsTaken _ the face, and get some truth. I'm honest, I'm fun, and I'm loyal. One thing about me, you can ask me anything and I'm going to give you the truth. So,
Amen.
no pressure.
Literally.
But all pressure at the same time, because pressure, it could break you or it could make you. So I think I've been very blunt and honest today. So one thing you love about MsTaken is you gonna get what I'm giving. I ain't got no choice but to give it to you. I don't know how to do nothing else.
I know that's right.
Period.
That's all we want.
So what you got coming up as far as like promotion? Like,
At this moment, my brother and I, we putting together another battle event. So if you do follow me, also follow J2, because I host a lot of battle rap events and stuff like that. I'm into just getting outside here in Georgia. So at this moment, I've been fucking with the battle rap crew. It's fun, it's dope. You can yell at people and not get beat up about it.
Right.
And battle rap has got big. Like, you know, we made it to the BT Awards. They had, you know, K-Shine DNA talking about the presidential election. So battle rap is way more over the table than it used to be. So look into seeing more of MsTaken with some battle rap events. When you're in Atlanta, hit me up. I'm a great person. I don't got a lot of friends here, so I'm always trying to turn up. We can go hang out.
just don't block no more.
I've been
Or
in
you
the
might
business
get
of unblocking if it's necessary. But man, listen, you can join the block party in a minute. I stay throwing the block party. So, but that's because I protect my energy. More people should block.
I want to come to the block party. I'm saying.
You don't want to be in that block.
I want to come to the block party.
You go see who are down there.
I want to join. I got some buttons to press.
No, I'm talking about my block party is I block people.
I want to sit next to you and block mine too.
Oh yeah, okay. So we gonna have
a block party and they at the block
I
party.
love it. Let's do it. But then you might see something I might not see. You might be like, nah, don't block him. And I'm like, yeah.
See, we might need each other help.
we need a double block. This is some Leo
I'm
stuff.
telling you.
Listen, Leo energy is undeniable.
Link
The link up is official. We're exchanging numbers. And I didn't get to hear your song.
I'm
Did you want to
when we
play?
done.
Okay.
Okay, literally it's no pressure, man. I guess we gonna see y'all next Sunday, and we out.
Literally.
Okay.
Oh, that was fun. Thank you, y'all.
Yes.